the message that this basically gives the whole world and also the countries at our southern border who have been letting people come across. The Trump administration is beginning deportation flights on Friday. They say those flights send a very strong and clear message to the entire world.
Even Fox News, they're awful.
I do. I mean, it's a concern.
There's a local Fox affiliate down there in Houston, and all they're talking about is the bad message that, you know, the optics that it leaves for people wanting to come into America. I mean, how stupid, forgive me, how stupid can you be? What do you mean people wanting to come to America? You come here the way you're supposed to. You come here the way you're supposed to. You don't get to come here just to come here and walk through the
soldiers, our state troopers making criminal arrests. So we've been able to focus on that criminal element, but it does send a clear message to anyone, whether you're trying to come to the country illegally.
That's insane.
There is zero tolerance for that.
The questions that they asked here. Hi, Fly Mackey here with Smart Money Culture TV, broadcasting out of the great state of Texas and Louisiana, Florida, Washington, D.C., and other destinations coming your way. So Fox News is just, it's just amazing. Fox used to be, you know, was built on conservative, common sense type, you know, views. And they swung so hard the other way. You know, you have ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox all losing massive viewerships. CNN just laid off 220 people or so because of their massive loss of viewership. Interesting stuff. I'm Fly Mackey, your host here at Smart Money Culture Television. We're going to look a little bit at Gecko Terminal here. It's called DEX, Decentralized Exchange for Tracking. That's my boy Capone in the back. He just had his nails done. Let's look at the chain rankings. And this is the blockchains and how well they're working. You got Solana up there, which I believe, and Ethereum ranked in at number 2. Base, BNB, Pulse Chain, Polygon, Arbitrum, Tron, Sui Network, Mantle, bringing out the top 10. Here's Cardano down here at number 19. XRP Ledger at 24. This one's going to grow. This XRP Ledger will grow. They're starting to get institutional buyers and backers into that. This thing's going to grow. XRP Flare, ranked number 36. And rounding up the top 50, IoTex. Oh, there's more. See how many transactions that was done on Solana, 27 million. Okay. Here's the different categories. Yeah, pump fund, influencer, celebrity, animal, rising categories, animal, big tech, AI, someone's thing, isn't that something? AI agents and meme. Well, this is an amazing site. We're not getting anything out of it by doing this one. Let's look at XRP Ledger. I was talking to somebody today that's huge on this. They're totally excited about this XRP Ledger. There is just so much on here. Ooh. You see Trump here's dropped another $5 down to $30.14. I see it settling probably here, maybe $25, and then it'll make a pump sooner or later. Probably. Interesting stuff. Let's see what's going on with X in the news.
360 win. So get your limited edition.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Friday night. Trump is moving on so many fronts, over 500 major actions devastating the deep state. I can't even keep track of it. But I just saw a report a little while ago from Steve Bannon, and I looked into it. It's absolutely on target, that Trump is using something that hasn't been used in a long time by presidents, but it's in the law and the Constitution, called impoundment. Impoundment. And I'm about to show you what Bannon was saying, where there's over $300 billion of the $1 trillion of the new Green Deal scam, where the Democrats just give it to their friends and then build no infrastructure. It's just a huge Cloward and Piven boondoggle to collapse the country while they enrich themselves. And there's $300 billion still unspent. So under the law, the new president can freeze that money and not let Congress use it for all the windmills and scams and transgender DEI BS, and get it back into border security and the military and taking care of veterans and paying down the debt and just doing so much more. This is massive. This is what happens when you get a president in power that actually cares about the people. This is seismic impoundment. And they're saying there's hundreds of billions of other money in there that they had in slush funds that Trump is now going to move in and impound. This is massive. This is how you take it to the deep state, cut off their money they tried to put in piggy banks for themselves, not thinking Trump knew about it. He didn't understand this 8 years ago. He knows now that they put all this money away for themselves that they can direct around.
Well, listen,
but now he's aware of it. This is so huge. Here is Steve Bannon.
On this climate, President Trump, this is impoundment. Okay, we go back to the feed. This is called impoundment. Remember, we've talked about this. Take your number 2 pencil out. It's a piece of nomenclature you're going to want to keep. Impoundment. They've been banging on Russ vote on this. This is a theory, right, put into practice that the money that's appropriated in the appropriations bill is a ceiling, that the president can come in and impound unspent funds and either use it for different purposes or just kick it back to the Treasury. The president has gone into the Green New Deal fiasco giveaway of Biden, which caused so much inflation. He said, "Hey, there's $300 billion there. All engines stop. I'm impounding that immediately. I'm going to use that and divert it to other things that can be done right away, or just put it back to the Treasury, so it doesn't add to the deficit." And they're going absolutely crazy. The Democrats are addicted. As bad as the Republicans are, the Democrats are addicted to vast spending. I think we're coming up now. We're seeing about 3 minutes out.
And there you go. That was a good report. Alex Jones does some great reporting. Fly Mackey here with Smart Money Culture Television, reporting out of the great state of Texas, Louisiana, Florida, coming soon to Washington, D.C. We're going to be interrupting our programs. I should say interrupting. We've been for a year now, as we've been building this network, and I'm telling you, it's been a tough one. It's been a good one, but it's a tough one. We're going to start dropping ads in, and so we'll be playing ads just like every other station. I know people go, "Oh boy," but this is what's called free TV. You pay for it's free TV. You don't pay for it, but you get to watch the ads. And we're grateful to be broadcasting here in America. So we ought to have those ads implemented. And we've been working hard on this for a long time, but we should have those implemented this week and et cetera. Then we can, as they say, a lot of these networks, they ask people to donate so they can do this and that, and they bring in advertisers. Now here in the smaller markets, I should say smaller, but the hold on one second here. Get my big head over here to this other side. There's Mr. Capone behind me. And a lot of these markets here, the ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox, and those of you joining us, Fly Mackey here with Smart Money Culture Television. I'm the CEO and host of the Fly Mackey Show. So thanks for loyal listeners out there. But the ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox have lost such a great audience amount. You see what happened to CNN. I'll find that story here shortly. CNN just laid out 220. They can't pay the bills. Their creditors are screaming at them. You got to pay your bills. And of course, we know something a little bit about that too. But anyway, the CNN just laid off a whole host of people, a couple of hundred. And then Jim Acosta, their prime time in the morning, 10 a.m. Of course, he's not prime time in the evening, but prime time in the morning. They moved him from that spot to the midnight spot. Can you believe that? I can believe it. Because on the Cartoon Network, SpongeBob gets true facts. Facts don't care about our feelings. Has a bigger audience than he does. So, when you can't pay the bills, and I'm not against CNN. I know exactly how it works when you can't pay the bills. You decide who are you going to pay to keep the lights on, right? But moving forward here, CNN's looks like they're going to have quite a bit of reorganization. We'll do some more stories on that later this evening. I'm just skimming over it right now, giving you an overview. For us here at Smart Money Culture, people sometimes don't think we're so smart. We sure enjoy bringing content to you, like velocity banking and infinite banking concepts, and how to get 0% business credit cards. And we have Dustin Plantholt reports out of Washington, D.C. He just did a interview with Vicente Fox that should be airing sometime this evening or tomorrow. He was the ex-president of Mexico City, and there's a little bit of breaking news in there. It's exciting, so you'll stay tuned for that. And then Jane King, who reports out of the NASDAQ. And so as we've learned here as a television network to, how do you support yourself and pay the bills and keep the lights turned on and stuff like that, so we've tried many different methods, and, luckily for me, we've had good partners who scream at us from time to time, quite often, saying, you need to pay us. Oh boy, it's not that easy, but it's not that big a deal. We've got some good partners out there. But once again, we're going to be starting to drop some ads, so we're very excited about that. And yeah, we're very excited about how we're moving along. We're also going to be doing more of a news segment in the evening time. We're working really hard on setting that up so we get the news stories that comes in, just like ABC, NBC, CBS, Fox, CNN, MSNBC, all the news agencies. They will be getting stories just like they do, so that we can report it directly to you. Okay, and in the way that we want to report it to you. Does that make sense? So we're very excited about that. Let's take a little look at what's going on and some more in the news here. That was Alex Jones right there. Yeah, I don't want to do a story on that. Interesting concept. Let's see what the new posts are here. Isn't that something? He wouldn't have got confirmed. Yeah, Pete Hegseth was confirmed last night.
International Airport. A North Carolina congressman says 2 airports servicing the nation's capital should duly honor 2 of the best presidents. Dallas Airport could have a brand new name. House Republicans are reintroducing a bill to rename it Donald J. Trump International Airport. A North Carolina congressman says 2 airports servicing the nation's capital should duly honor 2 of the best presidents.
Let's see what happens. Completely ignored Jay-Z. He knows. Probably shouldn't play any music there. He doesn't want to talk to him. He's like, go away. There's Shannon Sharp right there. Let's watch this one more time. He's trying to get Denzel. Denzel don't want to talk to him. He said, no, get away from me. He's literally pushing him away, like, get away. You see Shannon Sharp come up to him right here, and just right there, there you go. He's trying to tell him, hey, cut it out. You want to talk to me? There you go. Interesting stuff. Yeah, what a... Okay, I'm not even going to get into that story. We don't want to upset people for 0 reasons. Yeah. That ivermectin is supposed to be like an amazing, I don't know if you call it a drug or not, but he went on ivermectin. Couldn't find any. Interesting stuff. Y'all look at all these. Look at this. I want you to look at this. This is where they take these ballots. This is where they take those ballots, these, and they bring them in, and they're all for one candidate. They just found the ballots. They found the ballots. And of course, they know where they found them. They were in a warehouse, and they were being hand written by people who were paid to just do it. Go ahead and do 20 million Joe Biden. He's out of office, so we can say this now, sure. But 20 million Joe Biden, how does that happen? They still to this day can't find those ballots. Just think of that. All these years later, they still cannot find those 20 million ballots. Where are they? They're never going to either. That's okay. We have a new president today. I'm not very political, but I do like to talk about it once in a while. So things that are obvious, I think you can call us a faith-based family, common sense, business principles, with a staunch defender of free speech and the right to personal protection. That's how you can. That's how you can say kind of like a bio of who we are here at Smart Money Culture Television. Let's look at a little bit more news here. Some good news. By the way, you're going to get better news on places like Instagram, YouTube, X, amongst Twitch, amongst a lot of other sites where you can go. And the news is going to be better. You have a lot of journalistic people who are not necessarily journalists like ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox, but they're also too going to put out some good news. You get a lot of good news, better news than what you're going to get on CNN or those channels, right? I'm not against those guys, but I'm not for them either. You're a journalist. If you have a story, you can send it to us. Go to smartmoneyculture.tv. We have that's our website, and you have a contact page, and send us your stories. Yeah. Well, 8 out of 43 workers showed up for work due to immigration checkpoints and raids. So well, they knew this day was coming. I mean, this day was coming. It is what it is. All right, let's watch this. I like just a couple of minutes.
I think if he becomes
He's not going to be president. He is not, Donald Trump is not going to be president of the United States. Take it to the bank.
Okay.
I guarantee
Take
it.
that to
All right,
the bank.
all right.
I think if he becomes the president here, make it great, because the States is already great.
I think that man will be president of the United States right about the time that spaceships come down filled with dinosaurs and red capes.
On that note, Tom, pleasure.
Take it
Thank you
from
very
me.
much.
How about that?
Cheers, Tom. Thank you.
And then, of course, there's Donald Trump. Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president
in 2016.
Do it.
That State of the Union address, in no part of your mind or brain can you imagine Donald Trump standing up one day and delivering a State of the Union address?
Well, I can imagine it in a Saturday night skit. I continue to believe
That's this funny.
Do it in this school system. Then why didn't you stay in Mexico?
You need to leave. That is disgusting.
When I went to his bedroom to say goodnight, and he was crying.
No, don't want to hear none of that. It's crazy. This is why you do not want to have road rage. Leave people alone. Be courteous. Let them cut in front of you if they're going to cut in front of you. You see that? So this guy here, do you see that? This guy here on the ground slapped his phone out, and look at now his wife's going to come to his rescue. Now, don't be hitting people. I mean, you have see this guy. Watch, he's going to knock the phone out of this guy's hand. There you go, and he goes, oh, there you go, bam, knocked him out, and there you go. Just don't be confronting people. He didn't have to get out of his truck. Interesting. This happens all the time on mountains where they find people and they leave them. They leave them there. Sometimes they try to get identification and stuff like that, but you just leave them. It's pretty much tradition that you do that. They may be trying to rescue him here. I don't know. Or bring him back down. I'm not listening to the audio on there.
One room to the next. We want them all to be in the same room so that you can get busy rebuilding ASAP. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. And we will clear the lots. Absolutely. In the city and in the county. We are working together. Both levels of government are working in unity.
Months? Is it like we that's the answer that we got, and that's what we're all hanging on?
Yes.
So if you're telling us now faster, is it 6 months? Is it, I mean, all of our lives, rents, all this stuff is weighing on this.
6 months is no good.
And the number one thing that we are going to do immediately, and you will see this happen, is to clear out the debris. And you know we're concerned right now over the weekend because of the potential rain, but we are going to move as fast as we can, but we want you to be safe, and we want you to be back in your homes.
Like, they don't need you to tell
but
them.
The people are willing to clean out their own debris. It doesn't
Yes,
cost
and
a
they
lot.
can,
You
and
should
they are
let them
able
do
to-
it, because
No,
by the
they
time you
can do
hire
that.
contractors, it's
Right.
going to be 2 years.
If a family...
The people are willing to get a dumpster and do it themselves and clean it out.
And they can
There's
do
not that much left. It's all incinerated.
That's right.
And, you know, it's just going to take a long time if you do. You can do some of it, but a lot of these people, I know that guy right there that's talking. I know my people. You'll be on that thing tonight, throwing the stuff away, and your site it'll look perfect within 24 hours, and that's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to wait around for 7 months till the city hires some demolition contract that's going to charge him $25,000 to do his lot. I think you have emergency powers just like I do, and I'm exercising my emergency powers. You have to exercise them also.
I did exercise them.
Because I looked, I mean, you have a very powerful emergency power, and you can do everything
Right. She
within
says she did.
24 hours.
Yes.
She said she did. They've done nothing there. They've done nothing.
And if individuals want to clear out
This is why people hate those politicians over there.
their property, they can.
Of course, she says they can, but they block the streets for them coming in. So that's not true. No, they blocked them from coming into the neighborhoods. What she said is just not true. They won't even let them go into the neighborhood. So no, whatever she's saying, what she said, and now what we watched the report on it yesterday is not true.
Yes, but you know that you will be able to go back soon.
Yeah. Yeah. So they want all this federal funding. And then, of course, they want to run, spend it all on DEI and all that good stuff first.
Mr. President.
We think within a week.
That's a long time, a week. I'll be honest. To me,
they should do it tomorrow or today.
Everyone's standing in front of their house. They want to go to work, and they're not allowed to do it.
And the most important thing is
a
for
long
people
time.
to be safe.
They don't need you to keep them safe.
Safe. They're safe. You know what? They're not safe. They're not safe now. They're going to be much safer.
They'd have been a lot safer if they had water in the reservoirs and you'd have kept their houses from getting burnt down.
Safer. A week is actually a long time, the way I look at it.
Yeah. There you go. Look at this right here. This guy here voted against Hegseth yesterday. He should be, listen, I'm getting old. Okay? I am getting old. 62 years old. Lord, help me not get there. Okay? I don't want to be like that. But, he's a mummy. And he's either got dementia or Alzheimer's, or he's got something like that. He's not even there. He just stands up and freezes. And he went up yesterday and voted against his own party when 66.7% of all Kentuckians voted for President Trump. Let's put that into perspective. 66.7% of all Kentuckians voted red. They voted for Trump, and he comes in and he votes against Trump's pick. Okay. So he needs to be let go. He needs to retire or just sit down and be quiet and vote like the Democrats do along party lines. We're not mad at him, but he needs to retire. He's mentally ill. There's another one in Texas too, who's in a dementia facility and has been for 6 months. They just found her. She needs to retire. God bless these people. They were made to work. They had to work. Let's see the new posts here, and then we'll get on to something else. I want more babies.
So let me say very simply, I want more babies in the United States of America. So let me say very simply, I want more babies in the United States of America.
Yeah, they said they're gonna vote. I think they're voting on her this evening. She's gonna pass. They're done messing around. Yeah, you have to protect the kids. This guy right here is a beast. He's going to do great work for Trump. Maine needs a new city.
Worried about his confirmation and your reaction?
And no surprises there. Too bad.
I've come to the inescapable conclusion that there is.
See, the thing is, and here's what, look, I want to look at you for a second and talk to you. So this is what the Democrats have been doing for years. They find a candidate who's a Democrat and they have them run as Republicans. And the majority of the time they vote Democrat, just like her, just like Murkowski from Alaska, who votes 77% of the time, 77.8% of the time for or with the Democrats. That's not a Republican. A Republican is not going to vote or shouldn't be voting with the Democrats. The Democrats don't vote with the Republicans. This is a lady who's been an undercover, what you call an operative senator who, who's gets elected by Republicans, but continues to vote. Of course, you may want to check. I don't know if Maine has, let me check here. Y'all don't go anywhere. Yeah, you have to have voter ID. You have to have voter ID. Something's going on up there, though, where you vote somebody in to office, and then they vote, with the other party. What does that say? I guess we'll find out. They need to vote her out. Yeah, he did delete. He deleted all the water. Listen, California, they take the water that comes to them. It all goes in, almost the majority of it goes into the ocean. What he's saying is not true. And this is what it's been going on for years and years and years and years. I'm not brown. I'm not brown. I don't wear glasses. And of course, I'm brown and I wear glasses. But this is and they over and over and over, people, they're tired of that. California will be red next election. Yeah. Yeah. Federal employees are going to have to go back to work. Congratulations. Yeah. Nobody's listening to these guys again. They should probably all be arrested. I don't know. All right. We're going to look at that. Here he is right here. This is your senator.
Running for re-election
Kentucky.
in 2026. Did you hear the question, Senator? Running for re-election in 2026?
There's nobody going to reelect him.
All right, I'm sorry, you all. We're going to need a minute. Senator. Benny.
Okay.
Somebody else have a question? Please speak up.
Of course, you don't know that to be true. That could be anybody's trailer.
America. Hey, I don't know who need to hear this. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people be talking shit about America. Hey, if you don't like America, go to another country, bitch. I love this country. I'll protect this bitch.
Don't cuss on TV. Yeah, 100%. They should kick him off all committees. This guy should go to jail. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think that they should be allowed to do what they do. I think putting people in jail is I think when you just start putting people in jail, for what? For what? It's politics. It's dirty. It's a dirty business. You just got to vote them out, or don't let them get in key positions when they, they're obviously lying and stuff like that. I don't know. Already starting to work in Western North Carolina. Already. Look at this. They waited 4 months, and then one day of Trump coming, bam. That's because he got rid of FEMA. Told FEMA to kick rocks. I hope he shuts down that department. They're total. Yeah. Yeah, total waste. Yeah. All right, I think I've seen enough there. Let's take a look at what's going on with Bitcoin here. And here's the trajectory. So here's where I had this charted out for several months, where you see here, this was the path that it was going down after it hit its all-time highs of 73,000, and it started going down. And then I drew this chart. I erased the line yesterday, but it was October 4th, right there. I'll go ahead and put that back up there. You can go back and look at our other charts right there. And it hit perfectly. This is where it was at right here, because it was at the bottom of this mountain. You can go back and look at our charts. I got receipts, as they say. I got receipts. This is the lane that it was going in. And of course, we're just showing you where it's going. This isn't anything other than just showing you. If you want to see some world-class people who know how to chart and how to do things, you can go to Christopher Inks and those guys. There's a lot of great people who know how to chart. They call them technical analysts. There's a guy named Matt Dixon out of the UK who has a website. Now his site's getting adopted by quite a few of the exchanges for just listing the coins in his charts and stuff like that. So there's a lot of good sources out there you can go find. But here's where Bitcoin is right there, trading at $105,217 as we speak. They're on a commercial break if you're watching on television. So we broadcast out of Houston, Houston, where we're at, Louisiana, Florida, coming to a state near you as we're growing. So keep us in prayer. We're trying to grow, trying to keep the lights on, and we're working at it. So we're going to be doing some ads. Those of you know we've been ad free for over a year now, and but it's time to pay the bills and grow. You can't grow unless you pay the bills. So it's like when you don't pay the credit card, they cut you off. So we're trying to get things straightened out here. Hold on one second here. Hold on. Hold on. We're trying to get things straightened out here, but so our shows here coming up, and then we're gonna go back to regular programming here shortly. Our programs are going to start having commercials, so we're going to start. I'm telling you, our partners and creditors are going to be so happy too, because we can finally start paying our bills. Very excited about that. But we're going to start running ads. Very excited. So expect that. These shows are will run just like other TV networks, where you have your breaks every so many minutes and stuff like that. But believe it or not, when you have a show that has a break, it gives you a chance to stop doing, having to sit there and watch so you don't miss anything, and go do what you need to do. All right. Are we done? Are we done? I think we're done for now. We're going to go back to regular programming here shortly. Very excited about what's happening with Smart Money Culture Television. Look for us coming to a network near you with all our commercials and shows. Dustin Plantholt this evening will be there. We has an interview with ex-president of Mexico, Vicente Fox. And I think there's some breaking news in that. So you might want to see that. That'll be on later this evening. You've been watching the Fly Mackey Show here on Smart Money Culture Television. Y'all have a great day, and we'll see you later.